everybody, it's Sam. I have been so amazed, absolutely blown away by the number of you who were reluctantly interested in the beginner press up challenge that I have suggested that we do throughout July. Where did this come from? It came from the fact that for the last year I've had problems with both of my shoulders, about 6 months on this shoulder and 6 months on this shoulder. And then hi Philippa, I was very aware that hi Nick, nice to see you, that I was reducing my range of movement because of my shoulder pain. And as a result, I've got less strong in certain areas. And historically, being a runner, upper body strength isn't something that I had loads of. So it was something in the last 5 or 6 years I've had to work really hard on. And press ups is one of those things I see on the front of Men's Health magazine and think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to do that. But actually, over time, given doing press ups in the right way, I have become stronger. I'm never going to feature on the front of a fitness magazine looking like some teeny model with everything looking perfect and doing press ups, but I have got stronger. And a lot of people say, it's quite obvious from the messages that you've done, that you want to be stronger, you want to be able to do a press up in some way, shape or form. And so I thought, right, okay, let's start at square one. So first of all, I want to scrap the idea that anything is a girly press up or that it's not worth doing. All press ups have an effect on your strength and your technique and your body if they're done correctly, even if we do what is the most basic one. So the challenge is going to last for the whole of July. Each week I'm going to change the challenge slightly so that you start with something really, really simple. We build up from there. So even if you can, if you can knock out 20 full press ups with your arms straight and your knees up off the floor, then you know what? Possibly this isn't the right place for you to be. But if you can't, and I think most of the people who said they were interested can't, then this is definitely something for you. So I'm going to start our first press up series with you standing up using the wall as your resistance, okay? Now, I also want to clarify that there's two ways that we're going to be doing our press-ups over this period of time. One where your elbows are really close to your body, and one where your elbows are at a 45-degree angle away from your body. None where your elbows are out like that away from your body. You can see when you take your elbows out, the shoulder goes up towards your ear, it all goes up in your neck, and it all goes wrong. So there's two different types, and as time goes on, I'm going to sort of tweak it and share different things for you to work with. But for today, our first simple press up. Now I can't, and Nick, you could have told me how really, in fact you could have been filming it for me, I can't show you my upper body and my feet. So I'm going to have to tell you what your feet have got to do and show you what your upper body is going to do. So you're going to start by standing facing against the wall. Risk assess, something safe isn't going to move away from you. Hi Glynis! Okay, so I've also got my toes pressed up against the skirting board at the bottom of my body. I've got my shoulders down. So first of all, I'd like you to walk one foot so that it's directly behind the other, and then another foot so it's directly behind the other. So basically you've gone 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, like that. So that instead of being right up against the wall now, I'm 3 foots worth away from the wall. So basically I'm now leaning. That gives you roughly the right amount of push away for this to start to be effective without it being so challenging. Hi Sarah, glad you're here. Without it being so challenging you can't do it. So I'm 3 of my own foots worth away from the wall, and I'm now going to put my hands up against my shoulder level. Now one of the mistakes that people make is that they put their hands too high. So when they're doing press ups, their hands are out up here and they're not working the muscles that they want to work. So if I just start you from the beginning again, roughly, I was working this out, roughly your thumbs need to be where your nipples are. Now, if your nipples have gone south, then A, you need a better bra, and B, okay, I'm sorry, but if your nipples are where God put them once, right, roughly your thumbs are going to be where your nipples are. So that's my starting point with my hands, and then I've come 3 foots worth away from the wall. Okay. Because all of you here in this group are going to have some kind of pelvic floor changes by virtue of the fact that we're not 25 anymore, every time we make a movement here in these press-ups, you are going to have your pelvic floor squeezed in, okay? Because this will apply a pelvic floor pressure, not too much, and you want to protect from that pressure. So here I am. My hands are on the wall in front of me, shoulder width apart. I'm 3 of my own foot's distance from the wall. I take a deep breath in, and as I breathe out, I drop my forehead towards the wall like that. What could be simpler than using the wall as your resistance to start your press up journey? So we're going to come up and down. We breathe out and in. Out and in. So you're breathing out as you push down and in as you come back. You're going to do 25, but you're going to do them in chunks of 5. That's how basic we're starting. 25 press-ups in chunks of 5. So into your position, come down and up, breathe out as you go down. You might think not very much is going on, but by tomorrow you'll notice it. Now, a few key points just to remember. This shoulder blade needs to be down and tucked away, not up here. Again, often people have shoulder blades up like that. Everything's forward and hunched. You want your shoulder blades to be tucked down and away, so your neck is nice and long, so that you're working in between your shoulder blades, the tops of your shoulders, and across the front of your chest and your triceps, okay? So that is your first press-up challenge. 25 in bunches of 5, wall-based press-ups. However heavy your arse is, a couple of people have said my bottom's too big to lift, my stomach's too big to lift. It's not if you adapt the press-up, and you will start the process of getting those muscles used to having some weight if you do it that way. And I'd like you to do 25 every single day until I come in with the next version, which will make it a little bit harder. Hope you're up for that. Do tell anybody else that you're doing this press-up challenge and get them to join you. And I will look forward to jumping in again soon and giving you the next slightly harder technique. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!